Hello friends, this video on current electricity part 8 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Please make sure that you have watched all the videos till part 7 before going ahead with part 8. Now we will talk about electric current in conductors. So now we will specifically talk about conductors. Conductors means the substances which allows electricity to pass through them. So we will discuss electric current. We will basically study how the electric current is transmitted. Now we know that okay fine, the free electrons they conduct they carry the current. But now we will see how do the free electrons move, with what velocity the free electrons move such that the current gets carried away. So we will talk about that. So let us discuss it in detail. Now inside a conductor under normal condition, what happens is the electrons keep moving randomly here and there. When I talk about electrons, I only mean the free electrons, and the free electrons mean the valence electrons, that is the loosely bound electrons, right? We are not talking about the electrons which are moving in circular orbits inside in the inner shells. So here we are talking only about the free electrons. So what happens is these free electrons, as you can see in this diagram, they keep moving randomly from one atom to another and here and there, right? Now, there must be some velocity with which this random motion is taking place. So we call this velocity as the thermal velocity of the electrons. The electrons, when they move randomly inside the conductor, they have some thermal velocity. Now since this entire motion on an average is random, therefore the average thermal velocity is zero, because if one electron is moving let us suppose if one electron is moving in this direction, another electron is moving in this direction, again another electron moving in this direction. So when you try to find out the average velocity or average thermal velocity, it comes out to be zero, because somebody moving in right, another one moving in left, so they compensate each other, they cancel out to zero. Therefore the average thermal velocity comes out to be zero, right? This is what happens in normal condition when we have not applied any electric field from outside. Now we will see what happens when we apply some external electric field to this particular conductor. Then what will happen? Now let us look at this. So this first scenario is without battery. That means we are not applying any external electric field. In this case, the outermost electrons are just randomly moving. So here I have just shown two outermost electrons. Please understand that it is just a diagram to make you understand the concept. Try to understand the concept. Don't think that why only two external electrons are there. There are so many atoms. So every atom should have some free electrons. That is there. But right now I am just trying to explain you the concept, how the electrons move and how their motion is affected when we apply some external electric field. Now let us suppose I have applied an external electric field such that this is the positive end of the battery and this is the negative end. So what will happen now? Now the electrons will start moving towards the positive end of the conductor. Till now it was just randomly moving wherever it wanted to go. But now when it sees that there is a positive end, there is the positive terminal of the battery, as the opposite charges attract, therefore the electrons also get strongly attracted towards that positive end of the battery. So it tries to rush down towards the positive end. Now as the electron rushes towards the positive end, it accelerates, right? It will suddenly get accelerated because of the presence of this positive end. So on applying electric field, electrons will get accelerated, but since the electrons are now all moving towards one direction and it is trying to move quite fast, there are these positive ions, these atoms are also there. Now the electrons will also collide with these ions in the path, right? So it will collide with these atoms. So what will happen when it collides? Whatever extra velocity it was trying to gain by accelerating, it will lose a part of it during collision, right? So what will be the net result? One thing is it is accelerating. So that means it is gaining some more velocity. Then it is colliding and it is losing some velocity. The net result is that the electrons acquire a very small amount of velocity. And that small velocity which is acquired, the average small velocity is known as drift velocity. Please remember this concept and please understand it very clearly, because this is the base of everything. If you don't understand this, you will have confusion throughout as we go ahead with this lesson. Okay. So what is drift velocity? Let us understand it again. Now, when we do not apply any external electric field, then what happens? The electrons just keep moving randomly here and there. You can imagine this situation in this way. Let us suppose you imagine a railway platform. Okay. In the railway platform, you have say 100, 200 people roaming around here and there. Some of them are sitting, some of them are standing, somebody is roaming around, somebody is eating, somebody is sleeping, and so on and so forth. So people are doing whatever they want. Somebody is resting, somebody walking, like that. Now let us suppose that suddenly there is an announcement that the train is going to come in the next platform. So till now they were all waiting in platform number 1, and suddenly there is an announcement that the train which was supposed to come in platform number 1 is now coming in platform number 2. So what will happen? The passengers who want to board that train, they will all start rushing towards platform number 2, right? But there are some passengers who do not want to board that train. They were waiting at platform number 1 due to some other reason. So what will happen is the passengers who will try to rush down, they will start running fast, and in that commotion they will start colliding with people who are not moving, right? Because there are certain passengers who do not want to go to platform number 2 and board the train. So they are still standing there. Now when all others are moving, they are colliding with each other. So let us suppose a person was running very fast and suddenly he collided with someone. So when he was running fast, he was gaining some extra velocity. But when he collided with that other person, whatever velocity he gained, he lost a part of it. You're getting my point? So the same thing is happening here. Here also what happens when you apply the external electric field, the negative charges, that is the electrons, start getting attracted towards the positive charge. Similarly, your positive ions, because when the electron comes out of this atom becomes a positive ion. So these positive ions also get attracted towards this negative charge. But the positive ions do not move because the mass of the positive ion is very high when compared to the electron. This is similar to a fat person and a very thin person. Let us suppose you have a person in the same platform. There is one person whose weight is 100 kgs and there is another little boy whose weight is say 30 kgs. So what will happen? That small boy will run very fast, right, as compared to that 100 kgs fat man. So that man will not be able to run that fast and he will just be walking slowly, and suddenly the small boy will come running very fast and he will collide with that guy. So what will happen? That small boy who was running, he was gaining velocity very fast as he was running. He was accelerating. But when he strikes with that fat man, he loses some of the velocity. He again became delayed, right? So effectively his velocity got reduced. So the same thing happens here. As soon as we apply an external electric field, the electrons get attracted towards positive charge and the positive metal ions get attracted towards the negative charge. But since the positive metal ions are heavier as compared to the electrons, they do not move. And the electrons, what happens to the electrons? The electrons get accelerated towards the positive charge. But meanwhile, they also suffer a lot of collisions with the positive ions. As a result, they acquire a very small velocity, and the average of this small velocity is known as drift velocity. So drift velocity is the velocity. It is known as drift velocity because the flow of electrons get drifted towards the positive end with this velocity. So that means now the electrons will have two velocities. Initially they had their thermal velocity, that was when they were moving at random. But now in addition to the thermal velocity, they have something called drift velocity, with which they will very gradually drift towards the positive end of the applied electric field. So I hope I am able to explain you the concept of drift velocity. Now we will go ahead and derive an expression for electrons' drift velocity, because everything has to be measurable, right? So this drift velocity also needs to be expressed in terms of certain quantities. How do we calculate drift velocity? So we will see that now. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.